So, welcome to another video. This one is going to be a custom Roddy Piper. What I decided to do is I've been inspired a little bit by what I've seen people do online. So I'm taking a Roddy Piper that I originally have, which does need some TLC, and I am going to do the version that has his Panther shirt on it. So I just cut this out online, and I'll do what I did on a couple other projects is I will Mod Podge it on. I think I actually need to make a larger Panther on it, so I will do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just give him a total repaint, clean him up a little bit because he looks a little bit dirty. The hair looks good. Actually, I redid that in an earlier video, but I don't have the clip of it here. So I'm just going to paint over the white because the Panther will go on the white. I'll Mod Podge it on, and then I'll just start on the rest of his outfit because it is a different color. I believe it's a blue, I think. So I'll be in this different, interesting take on Roddy Piper. A couple different coats on white is or what I'll do, and then we'll get back to it. So your second part to Roddy Piper, I was able to redo his hair. I didn't like the lightness of it before. I think this is much more true to his eyebrows and to his hair color. Same thing as I did for my Rick Martel video. I used, let's see, the brown oxide was the original, and then I poured too much of the pavement in, and it got really, really dark. So I lightened it up with nutmeg brown, and it came up with a really nice color that matches their hair really well. So I'm pretty pleased with that. So I may keep that color around because a lot of the figures have the same kind of color. Looking back at a couple now to see what I can do, but those look pretty good. I am whitening his shirt as I go, trying to get that hot rod off because I'm going to put that Panther on there. I'm not sure if that's big enough. I'm gonna copy it again and then enlarge it and see if I can put some more on. So I'll work in his red, and no, actually I think it turns into a blue. I've got to double check that, and then we'll go from there. So on the day that I go to work on Roddy Piper some more, another one comes in. I actually was able to get one from somebody with a one-man gang back there. He came today from, I think, Canada. From Canada. Now this Roddy came with a skirt, so I put him on my original one. So this one's going to be a redo for a friend of mine. So here's what I actually did today. Oh, and by the way, I got a couple others. I got Hacksaw back there. Got a Captain Lou that's a little special project. And then the other Piper as well. So here's what I've done on this Roddy today. As I did like I've done before, I took out a cutout from something that I printed, and I fit it to size for his t-shirt, and then I just Mod Podged under it and Mod Podged over top of it. I even Mod Podged his hair, so a little bit of it is actually drying right now. It looks really good. And I actually did that to this Roddy as well. He had like 0 eyebrows and hair color, and already he just looks so much better. So what I'm going to do to Roddy tonight is I'm going to finish the red on his, as well as the other one too. I'm going to do them at the same time so I can wrap these up and then give them to a friend of mine. So there you go. There's a little Roddy custom. If I get time tonight, I might hit maybe $1 Million Man, maybe one man gang, and then perhaps a little bit of my special project back there, Captain Lou, which is going to be a secret for everybody. So there you go. I'll work on Roddy a little bit more. Alright, so my Roddy Piper video continues. What I did is I worked on the red and the white for the legs, and I actually had this Piper done and decided to redo his hair because I liked how it looked on the others. Here the other two, they're just laying down. So I went over the red and the white, did the hair, did the eyebrows. So what I have left is I'm going to do the belt buckle, and I'm going to do his belt in black. And then I'm going to do the outline of his shirt where his collar comes around his neck, but also around the outside, almost ring around his arm as well. This is the one that I had today, and already this guy looks like $1 million. He looks so much better already, other than that spot up there in his head that I need to redo. But it looks really good. I like how it turned out. It looks pretty clean. White's just going to take me a little bit of time, and whatever that stain is needs to come out, but not too shabby. So I'll keep working on these guys a little bit at a time. Just kind of doing the belts and the buckles all in one fell swoop. So there we go. So we'll put Roddy back by Rambo. Someone noted him the other day. But also up above I have the creature from Black Lagoon. So this is my fun little workstation. I don't know that I've ever really showed it, but there you go. Just things to kind of keep me busy and right in front of me. All right, so I'm going to go back to WrestleMania 9. I'm currently on that one, and as I work. All right, I'm going to wrap it up for the night. I've gotten these 3 guys pretty well done for the evening. Hair's all finished for the most part, except I do want to kind of go back over his here, if I can point to it. It looks like he's got a Beatles bowl cut there. I do want to separate a little bit, as you can see on the other figures. This Rowdy here on the right is pretty well done. I think I'm just going to Mod Podge him. I did go over his belt. I may want to go over that just a little bit more. It looks like I can see, there we go. I can see a little bit of white there, so I'll go over that with a little more gray. Everything else looks pretty good. Secondary one, the middle one, I guess, does need me to go back over that white. Some of the hot rod on there is coming off. His belts and everything look good. And then, actually, yeah, I need to go over his white. Yellow's fine. And then clearly this guy needs a new shirt. So go put that on too, and then I'm going to Mod Podge him, and I'll probably wrap these 3 guys up tomorrow. I do want to tell you the colors that I've used, because I don't think I've done that yet. The jet black is really anything that's black, which would be their belt line. The timeless gray will be their belt buckle. Nutmeg brown in the pavement, that is their hair color, which I think looks pretty good, and their eyebrows as well. Mostly nutmeg brown, and then a couple drops of pavement, which is really dark, so it does blend in with that nutmeg brown and makes it a darker brownish color. Clearly the white is white, and then the bright red matches pretty good with what Hot Rod was originally. Some people have different colored boots than the knee pads and the shorts. I'm just going with all 3 because I think that it really pops on Roddy Piper. And I do have a kilt that I'm probably going to put on the center figure once I get all said and done. Because since this one is technically a custom, and then this one I'm just going to give away to a friend once I've got them done. So for Roddy Pipers, I'm out for the evening. Okay, Hot Rod is all finished up. I added the red around his collar and around the outside of his shirt, and that's pretty much it on this one. This is the regular symbol, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. I do want to go back over the white a little bit. I still see a little bit of darkness that I don't really want. And then here's the third Hot Rod, which obviously I need to go over his shirt a little bit. And I'm going to go over his red around the collar too. It doesn't look nearly as good. I think it looks better with the wider than it does the smaller version. So I think I want to go over that on both of those. But anyways, there you go. I used bright red on all of the new stuff that I just added. Again, the other colors were jet black for the black, timeless gray for his silver on his belt, combination of nutmeg brown and pavement for the hair, and then obviously the white is the white. So there you go. There's Hot Rod Custom. Thanks for joining me.